Something is about to change. You don't know when, you don't know how, but you feel it. It's subtle, almost invisible. A quiet tension beneath your everyday life, like something is building, waiting, preparing to break through. And the strange part is, nothing on the outside has fully changed yet. But inside, something is shifting. And according to Carl Jung, this is never random. There is a moment in every transformation where life becomes strangely quiet. Not peaceful, just quiet. The chaos pauses, the noise fades, the distractions lose their grip, and for the first time in a long time, you are left alone with yourself. This is where most people get uncomfortable, because without distraction, you start to notice things. The thoughts you've been avoiding, the feelings you buried, the truth you didn't want to face. Jung believed that before any major transformation, the unconscious begins to rise, slowly, silently. At first it shows up as restlessness. You feel dissatisfied, but you can't explain why. You feel disconnected, even from things you once loved. Nothing feels wrong, but nothing feels right either. And that's the beginning, not of destruction, but of awakening. When change finally arrives, it feels sudden, violent even, like your entire life just flipped overnight. But the truth is, it was never sudden. You were changing long before the moment arrived. You just didn't see it. Jung described this as the tension between the conscious and the unconscious. Your conscious mind wants stability, control, predictability, but your unconscious, it wants truth, growth, wholeness. And when you ignore that inner pull for too long, the pressure builds until eventually something has to break. A relationship ends, a path collapses, an identity dissolves, not because life is against you, but because a deeper part of you refuses to stay small. While you're busy living your daily life, something is happening beneath the surface, quietly, relentlessly. Your unconscious mind is working. It is observing everything, recording patterns, holding on to emotions you didn't process. And most importantly, it is trying to guide you. But it doesn't speak in logic. It speaks in symbols, in dreams, in repeated situations, in emotional triggers that don't seem to make sense. Have you ever noticed how the same kind of problem keeps appearing in your life? Different people, different places, but the same feeling. That's not coincidence. That's the unconscious trying to get your attention. Jung called this the process of individuation, the journey of becoming who you truly are. And this journey doesn't begin when things are comfortable. It begins when something inside you says, "This is no longer enough." There comes a point when life stops asking you to change and starts forcing you to. This is where everything feels like it's falling apart. Plans fail. People leave. Certainty disappears. And you're left standing in the unknown. This is the moment most people resist. They try to go back to what was familiar, back to what felt safe. But what they don't realize is, you can't go back to a version of yourself you've already outgrown. Jung believed that breakdowns are often breakthroughs in disguise, because when your old identity collapses, it creates space for something new to emerge. But here's the truth no one tells you. That space feels like emptiness at first, and most people run from it. Every transformation has a breaking point, a moment where you feel like you can't continue the way you have been. Not physically, but psychologically. You feel lost, disconnected, uncertain of who you are anymore. And in that moment, it feels like everything is ending. But Jung would say, this is where everything begins, because the person you were cannot go where you're meant to go. So they have to fall apart, not as punishment, but as preparation. And this is where the real work starts, facing yourself. Not the version you show the world, but the hidden parts, the shadow, the fears, the insecurities, the parts of you you've been trying to escape, because until you face them, they will control you from the inside. Here's the part that changes everything. None of this is happening by accident. Every disappointment, every delay, every moment of confusion was preparing you, shaping you, strengthening something within you that you didn't even know you needed. Think about it. The things that hurt you also taught you. The moments that broke you also revealed you. And now, you're not the same person you used to be. Even if your life hasn't fully changed yet, you have. And that means everything else is about to follow. So here you are, at the edge of something new. It doesn't feel clear, it doesn't feel certain, but it feels real, and that's enough, because transformation doesn't begin with clarity. It begins with awareness, with the quiet realization that you can't keep living the same way anymore, that something inside you is asking for more, not more success, not more validation, but more truth, more alignment, more of who you actually are. And once you reach this point, there's no going back, only forward. So if you've been feeling this shift, this tension, this quiet sense that something is about to change, don't ignore it. Don't rush it either. Just observe, listen, because what feels like uncertainty might actually be clarity in disguise. And what feels like an ending might be the beginning of the life you were always meant to live. The question is, are you ready to let it happen? If this resonated with you, take a moment, not later, not when everything feels clearer, but right now. Pause, breathe, and sit with that quiet feeling inside you, the one you usually ignore, and ask yourself, what in your life is already trying to change? Not what should change, not what other people expect you to fix, but what is naturally falling away, what feels heavier than it used to, what no longer excites you, the way it once did. What part of your life feels like you're forcing it, instead of flowing with it? Be honest, because the truth is, change rarely begins with action. It begins with awareness, with that subtle discomfort, that inner knowing, that quiet voice that keeps whispering, this isn't it anymore. And maybe you've been trying to silence it, distract yourself, stay busy, convince yourself that everything is fine. But deep down, you know, something is shifting, something is asking more from you. And growth, real growth, doesn't come from holding on, it comes from letting go of who you used to be, letting go of what no longer aligns, letting go of the version of your life that feels safe, but no longer feels true. And that's not easy, because stepping into change means stepping into the unknown. No guarantees, no clear map, just trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, trust that whatever is unfolding right now is not here to break you, but to reveal you. So don't rush to figure everything out. You don't need all the answers yet. Just be willing to see, be willing to feel, be willing to acknowledge that something inside you is waking up. And if you're ready to go deeper into this journey, stay with us. Stay with this feeling, stay with this awareness, stay with this moment of truth. Because what you're experiencing right now is not random. It's the beginning of something real, something powerful, something that has the potential to change everything from the inside out. And this is only the beginning.